Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 4 in the book of Titus. This is a podcast called Be With Me. We're wandering our way chronologically through the New Testament. We're leaving holiness, which we talked about yesterday, and I'm going to talk today and title this Teaching with Explosives, which is the easy way to title this would be Ability to Teach. But the Bible talks about that it should be a powerful ability. That is, an elder must have a strength in teaching. So listen to Titus chapter 1, verse 9. This is a list of qualifications for elders, and he's going to conclude with this one. He must hold firm to the trustworthy word as taught, so that he may be able to give instruction in sound doctrine and also to rebuke those who contradict it. So the first thing I want to mention is this Greek word dynatos. It's where we get the word dynamic or dynamite. It means powerful. It means mighty and strong. And that's the word that's used here about the elder or pastor's ability to teach. He must be dynatos in the ability to give instruction. That is, he must be a strong teacher, able, fit for service. So he has to have a strength in this ability. So it doesn't mean ability to teach in a pinch, but it means the ability and the orientation to preach with power. So there's a strength to this teacher. You want a person in this office who is a good teacher. In fact, he says he must hold firm to the trustworthy teaching. That is, he must be devoted to it. He must cling to it. He must cleave to it. The best picture I can give you to that is two colors of Play-Doh. Let's say yellow and a yellow blob of Play-Doh and a blue blob of Play-Doh, and you smack them together, and then you take that mass, and then you kind of roll it around on a table. And then if you ever said, hey, I want you to separate this blue from the yellow, you're like, wow, that's going to be, practically impossible, because they're now rolled into a ball. Their DNA is attached to each other. So you can't separate the elder from his teaching. It's a strength of attachment. So the first thing is we want strength and ability. The second thing is we want strength of attachment. All right. Third thing, why? Well, what's the big deal? Why does he have to be so strong in ability and strong in attachment? Well, it's because he's going to need it. He's going to have to knock a few things down. So the elder has to be apt to use his orientation as to the primary teaching, because he's going to have to fight a few things. He's going to have to give instructions in sound doctrine. So he's trying to restore a person to health. So we want an elder who is strong in ability, strong in attachment, and then strong in action, strong in usage. The picture that's used here is unhealthfulness, that there's a contrary view that is unhealthy, that they are unhealthy. It's almost like cancers raging through the body, and the shepherd is to be giving able instruction, strong instruction, committed instruction, so that person is restored to health. Now, here's the problem, is the elder is supposed to use his orientation in the primacy of the word. But the problem is he's going to be rebuking with it. He's going to be rebuking unsound doctrine. And to rebuke unsound doctrine, at least as far as the other people are concerned, is that means you're going to be rebuking people. That's how they're going to feel, at least. So there's going to be a problem here for the bad doctrine holder. And that is, he's going to be holding to their false teaching pretty firmly as well. And to separate their bad ideas will not easily be done. So rebuking bad doctrine is done with a motivation of separating people out of love for the truth, out of love for what God tells us to do, in the hope for their salvation. That is, for their faith. This testimony is true. Therefore, rebuke them sharply that they may be sound in faith. So the goal is wellness. The goal is their health. The goal is the restoration to healthfulness. It's a certain state of health. So it's saying to the person of unsound doctrine, you are sick all over. You have cancer all the way through you, cancer of the marrow. And my aim, the strength of my aim, my purpose and goal is to know what I'm shooting for, which is your health, to get rid of the cancer, to get rid of your attachment, the unsound doctrine, to get this bad stuff that's attached to the host, get rid of it and rebuke it and kill it and silence it. So we want an elder, we want a pastor, we want a teacher who is able to teach, has a strength in teaching, a strength in giving instruction, a strength in his capability and usage. That is, we want a teacher that has power in teaching, almost dynamic to the point of dynamite. Secondly, we want a teacher who is apt to teach. We want it to be attached to the teaching, like Plato. Two colors of Plato, clinging to each other, devoted to it, hard to separate. Thirdly, we want him to be able to apply and have action and uses. We want him to strengthen in ability, strengthen attachment, and strengthen application. So he's going to have to rebuke and silence and push back. And finally, we want him to have the right aim. That is, we're shooting for health, shooting for separating healthy from unhealthy and silencing the bad and elevating the good. So our overseers, our pastors, our leaders in this office are supposed to be powerfully able and powerfully attached, powerfully apt, and powerfully aimed. They should be mighty in their abilities, mighty in their attachment, mighty in their aptness to do this, in their application, and aimed in the right direction. We want strong teacher. We want teachers who can teach with explosives. Able to teach means powerful. Thanks for listening.